Hi, I'm Claudia St. I'm the founder and the CEO of the Workplace Advisors. We are your advisors for all things workplace related. One of the many things that HR people do in the workplace and are tasked with is navigating conflict, helping two different people or multiple people get through disagreements, having a way to navigate a critical conversation. It's a challenging role, it's an important role, and it requires some pretty hardcore skill sets to be able to do it effectively. As a result, when we think about a critical conversation, the reason why these are so difficult is because there's usually one of three things, if not all of the following three things in place. Number one, the stakes are high. The conversation or the issue is important. Number two, opinions vary. There's a disagreement about the situation. Number three is that the outcome is uncertain. We don't know what the outcome is going to be of that conversation. So as a result, these conversations are always challenging. They are always concerning. And so one of the things that I have come up with in my role as an HR person, both having to navigate my own critical conversations, but also helping others navigate their critical conversations, is I've come up with an acronym, and I'm going to share it with you. People seem to like it, so I hope you do too. And here it is. It's FRIEND. We all need a friend at work. So what does FRIEND stand for? Well, the F is find your due north. Do you know what the outcome is? What do you want to get out of the conversation? If you're not clear about that, don't go into the conversation, because otherwise it can go sideways or get hijacked. Make sure you know what your due north is. And oftentimes that's just, I want to be able to figure out how we can navigate these things better going forward. So find your due north. The R is ready your emotions. If you're red or hot going into that conversation, or the other person is, I can tell you it's not going to go well. Because when you're hot, your brain, your body is flooded with fight, flight, or freeze hormones. So we're more likely to be defensive, we're more likely to be combative, we're more likely to shut down and not participate, none of which can lead to a successful conclusion when we're having a critical conversation. So make sure you clear your red as much as possible. You ready your emotions before you get into that conversation. The I is inspect your stories. What stories are you telling yourself about the situation? And remind yourself, you made them up. They're in your own head. So if you've made up those stories, they really are yours and yours alone. And until you ground them, until you check in and say, this is the story I'm telling myself, then you just completely made it up. And I have been known to do this. I can do this pretty well. I can make up stories all day long in my own head. But when I find that I need to check in on my stories and inspect my stories, then I'm open to active listening. Then I'm really seeking out the other person's story. And I oftentimes, more often than I would like to admit, come up with another conclusion than the one I went going into it with. So inspect your stories. Establish safety. The E is to establish safety. You want that conversation to be held at a time and a place and with people that make it as safe as possible for everybody involved. That may be doing it in a private conversation, a private location. That might be having somebody there with you to make sure that the conversation goes well. That might be picking a different time, but making sure that everybody involved feels safe to engage in the conversation. Nobody wants to feel exposed. If people don't feel safe, if there's not physical or psychological safety to have that conversation, then people will probably not bring their best and most open self. So establish safety. The N is navigate their stories. What stories are they telling themselves? This is where active listening really kicks in. Tell me about that. How did you feel about that? Why did you feel that way? And what does that lead you to conclude? What would you like to see different? It's asking those probing questions so that you can really understand where the other person is coming from. Oftentimes disagreements happen not because of the intentions of the other person, but because of the actions. So this is an opportunity when we navigate their stories to understand what other people's intentions are, not just what the actions are. And finally, develop common ground. Develop an agreement for what you're going to do going forward. Some HR people might say document, not a bad practice. I think it's a good idea. But it really is to say, okay, what are we going to do differently? How are we going to do this going forward? What have we agreed to? And where do we go from here? That's my friend analogy, my friend, whatever it's called. I came up with it. But it is my way, it is my roadmap for helping to navigate not only the critical conversations that I have to have in my own life, but when I am hired by clients to mediate and navigate conflict within their organizations, which you would be surprised. We do an awful lot of that. When leaders can't solve these conflicts themselves, sometimes they just need a trusted third party to come in and do that for them. And that's what we do. So I hope you find a friend at work. Reach out to me if you'd like any more information on this acronym. That's what it is. It's an acronym. And I'd be happy to tell you all about how you can be a friend at work. Reach out to us at hello@theworkplaceadvisors, or check out our website at www.theworkplaceadvisors.com. We hope this helps. We hope you have a friend at work, and we hope you have a safe and a productive work week. Take care.